Of all these goals we talked about, these goals are important. As a human being, that is, the life that is given to us is so valuable. As Bhagavata states, Hrideha madhyam sulabham sudarlabham plabham sukalpam gurukarnadha mayanukulena navashotyaritam puman bhavatim nataritsa. The human life is truly precious as one receives it after incurring merits from hundreds of lives, 8.4 million lives to be exact. We go through different lives of animals, of plants, of insects, of reptiles, and things of that nature. And eventually, after incurring the merits, after collecting merits from all these lives, human life is granted. It is a passage to transcend the cosmic illusion, what we call Maya, and receive the grace of God. Following an awakened spiritual master, one who can guide his or her life towards that goal, the goal being the attainment of God. Those who, despite the availability of such an opportunity, fail to cross over the cosmic illusion, such people are actually killing their souls. They're committing suicide. In Hindi or in Nepali, we say Atmahatya, right? To suicide. Despite all these opportunities, having Sadguru by the side, having Tartam by the side, born in the Bharatvarsha, if we do not understand the value of our human life and not begin the pursuit of what we came into this world in the first place, we're doing the Atmahatya, we're killing our spirit, we're killing our soul. Such is the sanctity of human life. We are talking about dharma, and humans are the only one who can be, who are found to be in pursuit of dharma, in pursuit of God, in pursuit of self-realization. So this human life is so precious. As Mahamati Pranami says in the book of Kirtan, chapter 4, verse number 2, Manake deha akhanda phala paiye, so kyun paaye ke britha gamaiye. Ye to adakhin ko avashara, so gamavatama janidara. Through the medium of this human body, we can attain the eternal reward. So Pranaji says, why waste it aimlessly? Human life is a transient opportunity provided to you for salvation, yet we lose it in ignorance. We lose it in sleep. We lose it in this cosmic illusion. So Mahamati Pranaji also confirms the value of human life, which can be instrumental in finding God, in realizing God, in attaining the eternal happiness we all humans strive to get in this life. Mahamati further says, खोटा साटे साँचो जड़े छे, ये भी मली छे बजार, लाभ अलेखे आ फेरा तणो, जो राखी सको बेवा. This world is a market where you can buy a lot of things. You can buy material success, you can buy prestige, you can buy people's respect, you can earn. And you can also purchase eternal truth in return for the perishable things, and can get a chance to have everlasting benefits, provided in condition that you follow good conducts in this human life. Basically meaning, if we use our life in a proper way, if we use our time effectively in pursuit of God, in realizing the self, in finding the true happiness, can be done. Mahamati further says, ये अवसर क्यों भूलिए जीत पाइए सुखा खंड या घर बिना सो ना मिले जो ढूंढ फिरो ब्रह्मांड. How can one leave this opportunity which can bestow him or her eternal happiness? How can one leave this opportunity? Let this opportunity pass by. Because without this human body, no one can attain God, irrespective of where one searches in the entire universe. Animals are not in pursuit of God, plants are not, neither are the insects and reptiles, the carnivores, the omnivores. We humans are the only living entities who can grasp, grab, and maximize the opportunity of this human life, which can be instrumental in finding God, finding what we've been looking for eternally. That is, not the transient happiness, not the worldly goals. We are not the only ones who can reproduce. We cannot the only ones who can build houses. The birds can build their houses. We are not the only ones having child. The animals can. So if we are stuck to the worldly goals, there is no distinction between us and the animal kingdom. We can achieve much more than that. That's why Mahamati says, why let this opportunity pass by? That is the sanctity of human lives in Darshanji. Mahamati Pranami says, Lakha chaurasi hatya veshasi ebo ajanamatum. What it means is you will incur the sin of killing 8.4 million lives. Such is your life, such is your human life. You will incur such sin if you do not maximize the potential it has, meaning this human life has, in realizing God and getting united with Him. I always give an example. In our Eastern culture, what we do is we make yogurt, we heat up our milk, put it in a wooden box, and then make yogurt or curd, however you say it. And then after a few days, as we accumulate the yogurt, what we do is we churn the yogurt and make butter out of it. We heat it up, it becomes ghee, and finally we put it in a glass jar or a plastic jar or what it may, and we use that ghee for years. Compare that to the milk that you have. A milk remains fresh only for probably a few hours. If we do not heat it up, turn it into yogurt, and churn it to make it butter, it's all gone. Within milk is the butter, pervasive. It's everywhere in the milk. But milk is short-lived. Heated butter or ghee has a long lifespan. But what happens if we do not take good care of milk? the milk is spoiled and we cannot extract butter out of it. Because the milk is not processed well, the butter could not be extracted. Similarly, our life is short. We do not live for 1,000 years as we did in Satya Yuga. We only have a limited number of years to spend, to use, to live in this world. The human body is short-lived, while the soul, we say, is eternal. Because we do not use human life in the most efficient and effective manner, we did not maximize the potential of what it could achieve, given that it followed the right path, the right dharma in realizing God and self-realization. What happens is the soul has to leave this body, find another one, and the soul living within that body has to endure 8.4 million lives, the tortures, the different excruciating experiences, because it has to pass through different lives again. Such is the life. As Mahamati says, Lakha Chaurasi Hatya Peshaste Evo Ajanam Tamar. Mahamati says in the book of Kiranta, Piche ढूंढोगे घर अपनो कौन ठोर ठहरानो जब लग घर पावे नहीं अपनो सो भटकत फिर भर मानो सो भटकत फिर भर मानो. As Mahamati says, if you search for your home, the original one, the abode that you have been eternally living with the Lord Supreme, how will you be able to locate it? So long as the soul does not come in contact with the abode of the Lord, what happens? It wanders aimlessly in this world. That's why the concept of ghost exists. That is the soul not finding its goal, soul not finding its home. What happens when the child is lost in the market, going with his father, with his mother? What happens when the child is lost? He cries, he wanders around, he calls for help, he calls for his father, he calls for his mother. Similarly, if the soul does not find its source, its abode, what happens? It becomes ghost, wanders around aimlessly. Such is the sanctity of human lives in our sadhana. As such, Mahamati Prannaji continuously reminds us to use it for the good cause. पांच तत्व मिला माहौल रच्यो है सो अंतरिक्ष क्यों अटकानो, says Mahamati. The human body is a magnificent bungalow, magnificent building made up of 5 elements. How would it be stuck, hanging in the space, not getting to where it originally came from? And dear Sundar Saji, we are here listening to this discourse. We participate in spiritual discourses, in satsangs, because we know that this life is too precious. And when the time passes by and it's a time to leave this life, leave this body, we realize the value of it. But it would be too late by then, because eka khinana paiye sirasate kai mohoro padamo lakh karoda pala eka jai ina samay ki kachuna ave ina kochoda. Mahamati says, one moment, 1 second of this life cannot be gotten back. We cannot receive it back, even if we are ready to sacrifice everything we have in return for this. more than 600,000 people have lost their lives to COVID in the United States alone. More than 5 million people have been dead. Those people, if they wished from their deathbed, I want to live one more day. I want to talk to my wife once. They did not have that moment. They did not have that opportunity. They didn't have that chance. It cannot even be purchased after paying crores, millions in gold coins. That's why Mahamati says, if a single second of this life is wasted, it would be more valuable than any other loss that you may have. So, by learning Beerat, by learning about ourselves, by learning about this planetary system and finding the gold of this precious human life we have, finding the purpose, we are trying to maximize the usage of human life.